Hello everyone. This is Karen with the Star Card Tarot. So I got a couple messages in tonight. I got so many earlier. They're real science-y and a lot of illustrations. So I'll probably put another video out tomorrow. But for now, I have the song the song "The Year of the Cat" by Al Stewart, and potential energy to kinetic energy, which is so freaking cool. And it'll have to do with some of those diagrams that I had back there, those wavelengths, or just that symbology of that expansion, contraction, and all that stuff. But potential energy would be like, say, if you had a pendulum, and if you when you pull it back to its maximum or wherever you would like to, when you really so by the holding it there, that would be the potential energy of how far it could go, da 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 da. So when you release it, it goes whoosh, and then over here it when it's on the downswing or going back in the other direction, that's the kinetic energy. So the potential energy is kind of like, guesstimating, okay, this much, this far, it's going to have that much energy, release it, and it'll come back. But it'll slowly fade out. So being able to understand how to utilize that energy, because I know that it seems we can use our kinetic energy to produce potential energy, but that's a lot of work. So I feel like when a person is in the flow with source and able to communicate, generally, you'll get on those happy vibes, right? And then instead of trying to wish or hope for certain things, ideas and inspirations just come to you. So that would be like that potential energy. And all you would just have to do is ride that wave and just be your happiest, best self, enjoying that energy. And while you're up on that high, it doesn't hurt to be more happy. You can, I guess, be specific about certain things, but when you get potential energy coming in, it's generally because you are in connection with source and you have that connection. So that was wild. But again, I'll show some more stuff about that tomorrow, or not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, the next vid. I just go when energy flows, right? Yeah, so I was really excited tonight more to get to the cards. They've been really speaking to me. So this deck will be about the current energy. So let's notice if any cards come out. Let's see if there's any kind of messages for us, any further messages for us, any images, anything that the cards would make a person feel by looking at the images. Notice if there's any, oh, there we go, right there. Ooh, that King of Cups. He's a cool king because he's just that. He's cool. He doesn't get stressed out, or if he does get stressed out, he knows how to use his energy of his emotions, his heart, and how he's feeling, with a couple of his chakras there, his sacral chakra and heart chakra. And instead of excessively or wasting good energy on a flight of an emotion, he knows how to funnel that, how to preserve it, when to use it. He's the master of it, King of Cups. So that's some really good energy. That's really sweet. I'm really happy that card came out. Yeah, look at that. Right here in the background, there's always waves crashing and stuff like that. And I was just talking about that reciprocation of energy and knowing how to ride the wave. He's like, surf's up, yeah. Just ride that energy, dude. Right on. That's some cool, cool energy. I like it. I like it. This deck is so, we can see how we're feeling. If there's, any kind of guidance for emotion or feeling. If the cards, oh, there we go, could show us that strength. Wonderful. That's a really good companion to that king. The strength card is always about being yourself and allowing for yourself to put yourself out there on display, but being able to be in control of your lower energies and higher energies, your higher mind and all of that kind of stuff, in tandem. And when it is in tandem, you have the strength. It's you're not fighting yourself, you're not fighting your old demons, you're not trying to pretend to be something you're not, not trying to wear your mask. In this depiction, this guy almost looks like he's dressed as a knight, like he does have some armor on and a sword. Sweet. I love it. I love it. Strength. And the World card. These are both major arcana cards. This is unreal. This is so wonderful. If this is how everybody's feeling, or we could feel this way if we're allowing these energies, it's like we have the strength, this whole last year up to this point, or even just the start of the year up until this point. We've learned a lot and know who we are and know our potential. And the world is the end of a cycle. So you've reached the finish line. You've had enough strength to run through that ribbon at the end of the race. The world card's always pretty cool. There's always the images of the 4 fixed astrological signs, and there's always some kind of a wheel or circle or ring, or and it's it's really beautiful how, like, how everything is constructed. There has to be fixed parts or elements or whatever, fixed pieces, and there also has to sometimes be the movable parts, but it's the constant, the continual usually perpetuates the motion. Right on. Well, that's always a good feeling when you know the end is near and you're prepared for it and you're happy and it's finally there and you're just so close, you're just about there. Right on. But again, you're not like dehydrated or tired, or you're ready to cross the finish line. Right on. That's sweet. That's a good feeling. When you have the hope, and you have the drive, the energy, the mentality, just to, keep moving forward. Right on. And with this deck, we'll see if there's, we'll notice if any messages come out. I'm going to see if we could notice any messages. Let's see what happens. Whether it's the big picture, whether it's the fine print, small print. We're going to do an eye exam with our spiritual eyes. Like those eye charts at the eye doctors. See what happens here. Nine of Swords and the Magician. I like this depiction of the Nine of Swords. It's, to me, what I feel like this card is showing us is that, we've gotten rid of the ghosts, the skeletons, the monsters, whether they're within us or whether they've, been around in our environment, whatnot. But it's, the realization of, yes, like say the bones are what forms the body. It's the structure of the body, then muscles and skin and all that, right? But it's like departing of the old structure, because the new structure and the new binding and whatever is already in place. So to me, this is really speaking about not forgetting, because I see that the hand is in contact on the 3 digits here. You know, they're still touching. I guess it's more like of an appreciation of the way things were to get us even further and even more vibrant. And also that the old structure is decayed and decaying. It's a thing of the past. It's like a last goodbye, maybe not a last goodbye, but a farewell, more of a farewell. And the Magician. Ooh, the Magician. Woo! This card really, to me, is speaking about the acknowledgement of our energy field within us and around us. It's really hard to see because the card is quite dark. I think it's dark colors or whatever. But I'm noticing a real kind of glow. It's more of like an outline silhouette or like a light coming through. But it's really about the acknowledgement that we have everything at hand. We always have. And that we are energy. We're electric. We are free energy. All right, there you go. I hope you enjoyed.